All right, so in this week's video, we are going to talk about some questions you should ask when you are interviewing a flight school, whether it's to be a student or to be a flight instructor. I got a list here, right here on my notebook, that we're going to go over of questions that you need to ask. All right, so the very basis of this video and these questions you're going to ask is, first off, are you able to ask questions? Can you talk to anybody and everybody that's in the building or on the property when you're there? If the person that's leading you around, whether it's the tour guide, admissions, whoever it is for the school, if you're going to be a student, or if it's the chief pilot or something like that, if you're interviewing for a flight instructor position, is the first thing you want to know is can I talk to these random people? Can I ask them questions? And if their answer is no, I don't care, student, CFI, whatever. If their answer is no, that is a full stop. Pack your bags, get out of there, leave. No good will come from that. Any good school out there is going to allow you to talk to the other students, talk to the other instructors, talk to the people working behind the front desk, anything that it is. They're going to allow that. They're going to encourage it because they have nothing to hide. They're running a good school for themselves. Of course, we're outside and there's a hawk flying around here. He's going to make a bunch of noise, so sorry for that. So if you can, and you can go and you can talk to other people within the school or on the property there, we have some questions we want to ask them. So first off is, what is your experience like at the school? And again, CFI student doesn't matter. You want to ask both CFIs and students that are currently at the school, current students, current CFIs. What has your experience been like here at the school? Tell me the good, tell me the bad, tell me the ugly. Get out of them what you can. Some people are going to be reluctant to talk about the bad, but there will be some people out there that are going to go and they're going to give you the information that you seek. So it's one of those things. You want to ask that. What have their experiences been? And then kind of take all of that in and understand that everyone's experience is going to be different, but you can still get a lot of generalities out of their answers as far as how things are going for them at the school, whether it's as a student or as an employee. The next question we're going to ask is, and again, this is to anybody and everybody you see in passing, are you getting the help and attention that you need to be successful at this school? Again, flight instructor or student, doesn't make a difference. Are you getting what you need to be successful? Obviously, everyone is going to define success differently. But you want to know, are they being supported? Is the school, the administration, the other instructors, the other students, are they all supporting each other? Are we all in this together as a group? Or are you out on an island by yourself, just kind of getting yourself through? A lot of schools will do self-study and stuff like that. We're going to kind of get into that here with this next question, so let's just ask it. The next question is this school self-study? Is it group study? Or is it a mixture of both? There's good and bad to go with both. Some people love to study by themselves. Other people need to study in a group. What you kind of want to see in a school is a mixture of both. Because I'm a big fan, like initially I like self-study personally because I can kind of take in that information. But then after self-study, I want to get into group study. And I want to study as a group because I think we're going to learn more, because guess what? I might know something, you might know something, but you might have questions about the something I know that I can't answer because, hey, you know what? You found an area of knowledge that I'm lacking in. And that's kind of the goal with the group study, is to kind of find where we're weak through different people asking these different questions and help each other out and build from there. So the right answer that you want to hear is kind of whatever your learning style is. But I definitely prefer, at least for my students, group study if possible, if you're in a school situation that offers that. But if you're not, you're just one-on-one with an independent instructor or something like that, then you really can't. But there are groups online on Facebook and stuff like that for students, and where you can kind of do these group study things. But you definitely want to take advantage of that, because you're only going to get certain questions worded a certain way from the couple people that you're dealing with, whether instructors or whatever. You want to have different people coming in from different walks of life, different backgrounds, different levels of training, to be able to ask you questions and get information, because it's really going to kind of dig down and really deepen that knowledge that you're going to need as you go through your flight training. Same thing as a CFI though too, is not all CFIs know everything. I don't know a single CFI that knows everything, because you just can't. There's so much information out there. There's so much knowledge to be had. So you want to be able to lean on those other people. And there could be group study sessions, because there could be some CFIs at your school working on their double I, and you can help them, or you can study together, stuff like that. Or maybe there's a student that's having an issue with something and you're just not getting through with them and it's not making sense for them. So you can group study with other CFIs, but hey, what's working for you? You know, we can kind of work together on those things to help get people forward, get them where they need to be. So that's a good piece of information that I recommend you have as you go through your training, to kind of understand what is going to be expected and what is available to you. The next thing is, you're going to ask, how's the equipment? How are the planes? Now, CFI student, doesn't make a difference again either way. You're going to want to go and you're going to want to take a peek in the airplanes and stuff like that. Are they cleaned? Are there a bunch of in-op stickers all over the panel? Is it glass? Is it six-pack steam gauges? You're going to want to know these type of things, but then you're going to want to have answers to questions you can't tell from just that quick peek that you're able to take in there. So you're going to want to be able to ask people, you know, is there stuff that works? Is it normal that everything works in a plane? Is it normal that you're flying with a bunch of in-op equipment? Are there any bugs that you've noticed in these planes? Have they been reported? Have they been repaired? That's going to be a big one too. I mean, let's be honest, everything breaks. But is it repaired in a timely manner? Or is it something where they'll repair it in a timely manner? They'll take it into the shop, it comes back out, and 2 flights later, it's the same issue all over again. So, I mean, did they put a Band-Aid on it, or did they fix it? You want to know this because you want to know what you're taking up into the air and whether it is safe or not. So you definitely want to get to find the information on the planes and their status and all that stuff as you're going through. These are all fair questions you should be able to ask at any quality flight school that you're interviewing with to be a student or interviewing with to be a flight instructor. Any good school is not going to have any issue letting you ask these questions to anybody there, and you're going to be able to get your answers. The last one is, what is the schedule availability like? How is the scheduling going to work? Am I, as a student, going to set my schedule? Or am I going to be told my schedule? Am I, as a CFI, going to be able to set my schedule, or am I going to be told my schedule? Who's scheduling my students for me? Am I scheduling my students, or is there a scheduler that works on the admissions team or the front desk or something like that that's doing the scheduling for both of us? And it's all just kind of hands off, and I just kind of show up and do what I do. So you're going to want to know those type of things. But then also, too, is this, well, what happens if we have a bad weather day and we can't go fly? So our flight gets canceled. How long and far out is it going to take for me to get rescheduled for this flight? Is there a big enough fleet of planes to where, hey, we can get right on the schedule and we can do this tomorrow? Or is everything booked up for the next 3 weeks, and now you're just going to have to do some ground and sit around for the next 3 weeks? So you're really going to want to know what that schedule is like, what the flexibility is like for you as a student or a flight instructor, because that's going to determine your life and what you can or can't do alongside of your flight training or your job as the flight instructor. So again, next time you go into a flight school, whether it's to interview as a CFI or to interview the school as a potential student, please remember some of these questions. I mean, first off, you want to know, can I ask other students and instructors questions as we're passing through the halls and stuff? And you're going to want to know. And again, if the answer is no, just turn around and leave. It's not worth it. They're hiding something. Something's not good there. That's not a place you want to be. But most places are going to let you. But then you're also going to want to pay attention to is when you're going and you're asking these questions to, I don't know, CFI instructor over here and student over here, the person that's taking you from around for the tour, whether it's the chief pilot or admissions or anything like that, are they hovering to hear the questions and answers? Or did they kind of give you space to let you go and ask those questions and they're like on the other side of the room? That's going to tell a lot too, because if they're lording over you with every question you ask of anybody, are you really going to get the truth out of the person you're asking the questions of? No, people don't really feel comfortable in life speaking the truth or their truth, however you want to say it, being candid with you, if the person next to you can change their employment status or change their student status in the school by tossing either one of you out. So it's one of those things. You're going to want to pay attention to a lot of those things that go through. But I hope that is a video and gives you some good insight of what to look for. Again, CFI interviews or student interviews, tours, stuff like that. I hope this video helps. And, well, I got a special one coming for you here in the next few weeks. I am taking a trip. I'm going to take you on that trip with me. So that's about all I have for this one. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Oh, and a big one. I'm not sure if it's going to start this month or if it's going to start next month, but we are starting Ask a CFI, the live videos on this channel. So stay tuned for announcements for that. It is coming. We will be answering live questions for you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.